So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is that you're watching this video. And my name is Ujjwal Singh. And today we are going to discuss on the topic which is of the subject collective bargaining and negotiation skills, which is of our course MBA first year. And I will be presenting the topic negotiation skills, essential skills for effective negotiation and negotiation strategies. So today I will highlight these three, I will talk about these three topics mainly, that what is negotiation skills, what are the essential skills for effective negotiation, and what are the negotiation strategies that a negotiator should use while negotiating. Okay, so now let us start. So the first thing is negotiation, that what a negotiation is. So here, as you can read, is that negotiation is a type of discussion used to settle disputes. So first what we can see is that it is a discussion, and to settle what is the discussion for. So the discussion for is for settling the disputes and going to reach an agreement. And so let me highlight this. So the first is to settle the dispute and to reach the agreements. Now, between whom the negotiation happens is between two or more parties. So between two or more parties. Now, the other thing is that generally a negotiation results in a compromise where each party makes a concession for the benefit of everyone involved. So in negotiation, what happens is that either side has to make a compromise. The situation could be like there are two, basically minimum, there are minimum two parties, and then the parties can increase or decrease, but the minimum is two. So there the situation could happen is that they could either win or lose. So there might be many situations where both the parties can win, right? There can be many situations. There can be many situations when anyone doesn't agree, that they don't want to win. If they see that other party is winning, they will make it that if I lose, the other party will also lose. And there are situations that the both people compromise. So here is that word compromise, right? So this is a negotiation. Now let us go to the next slide and see what is negotiation skills. What are negotiation skills? So we know that skills are those qualities that are required to enhance something, right? So here what the statement is that negotiation skills are qualities that allow two or more parties to reach a compromise. So these are the qualities that are required, that both two or more parties come to a compromise. So what are these? So these skills, negotiation skills, are often soft skills. I'm sorry. So I'm very sorry. So these are the soft skills. Okay, include abilities such as communication. So here are 4 points which we will discuss, and these are abilities, these are the soft skills which are required. And these abilities include communication, persuasion, planning, and strategizing, which we will discuss in the coming slide. So these negotiations, now here what we have to learn is that negotiation skills are those qualities that allow two or more parties to reach a compromise. This is the main highlight, that these skills are required to come to a compromise. So now let us go to the next slide. Now here, the first thing is, the first essential skill which is required for effective negotiation is communication. So in communication, what are the things like we should know what, I'm sorry. So, what are the things like essential communication? Here are essential communication skills include identifying non-verbal cues and expressing yourself in a way that is engaging. So, right, in a negotiation, there are two parties or more parties. Now, you are in a meeting and you have to take a get a idea that what the other person is trying to say, or what is he hiding from you, he or she what is hiding from you. Like, you are in the terms of negotiation, you are, I'm very sorry, you are discussing that what might could happen, are the proposals, and what are the things you are offering that the other person is offering. And there you can see that the person sitting in front of you, that what how is behaving in either statements. So that would come to be non-verbal cues. Now expressing, now what is the other thing is that active listening skills. You must have an active listening skill. Like, there are sometimes that your opponent or the other party left gives a statement and you might miss that, and that would be an opportunity for you to come back on that. So that opportunity could be missed if you're not listening actively. Now the other skill which is required is persuasion. So persuasion is like, we know that the art of persuading. Okay, so let me take my camera here. So the next thing is persuasion, the ability to influence others. This is also a very important skills and will be useful to give your point of view to the other party, like what you want to express. There are sometimes like, the other party is not agreeing, so there the skill would come that you can persuade him to do that, not take the option A but to take your option, which is option B. So there the skill of persuasion would come into effect. now let Now the other two things are planning. So the next point is, very sorry, so the next point is planning. So everything before going to a meeting or going for a negotiation, we require a good planning. Planning skills are very necessary for any negotiation process. Like, before going for a negotiation, you should plan that what are my alternatives, what are the points that are important for me, and what might be the things that might be important for the other party, so that you can come to a conclusion and you could make alternatives. You should be planned before. The skill of planning should here be in effective, because here this would help you to go further after the negotiation. Now strategizing. So strategizing is all about backup plans. So backup plan is that what you make ensure that what if option A doesn't happen. Like, there are options A, B, C. So this could happen that the opponent or the other party says that I will go for option A, and you don't agree because there are some terms which you don't agree with when you will take option A. So you have to be prepared and make a strategy that what if I'm not taking plan A, so I'll go for B. What are the advantages if I go for plan B, and what are the advantages of going for plan C? And there might be situations which you are not ready for. So you have to make estimates. There could be option D, option E, which the other party proposes. So you have to be ready for that. Now, negotiation strategies. Now we'll discuss what are the important strategies, and this is not necessarily that you will use these strategies only. It depends upon the situation, it depends upon the skills the negotiator has, but these are the highlighted things which I think that are important for making a negotiation strategy. So now, for the first point is The negotiating process is continual and not an individual event. So it is not like that negotiating is just happens in a snap, or it just a momentarily thing. It starts with with some offer or deal, and it goes beyond that. You have to behave and you have to make a relationship with the other party. It is not like that your other party is just your enemy, so you have to beat him. No, there are sometimes you have to deal in a situation like there are situations of employer and employee, like the other party, which could be you are from the management side and the other party is from the labor union. So there are situations like you have to deal with them. So it is not an individual event. You have to prepare, seeing the long term benefits from that. Now here is the thing, which is other point is negotiation strategies, that think positive. It's a very optimistic thing, and we don't have to be thinking always a pessimistic side, that the negotiation, what if the negotiation fails, what if this happens, that happens. So we have to think positive, that what if that I could reach a level, I could crack that negotiation and I could crack that deal. So there are sometimes that we come to a situation that we feel that we could go to a failure, that this deal couldn't happen, the other party is too much strong. So we don't have to think like that. We have to plan. We can strategize and just go for the war which is going to happen, and we have to be optimistic that we will win the negotiation, or we would come to a compromise, whatever happens. The next strategy is prepare. As we have discussed in the planning situation, preparation is very much important. We have to make a plan, we have to strategize, and in preparation you have to prepare that what are the points we are going to discuss, what the other party has advantages and disadvantages, what, like we can do a SWOT analysis of ourselves, the other parties that we are going to have a negotiation with. We can see that what are their strengths, what are they are willing to prepare, the what we are willing to prepare, I'm sorry, and what they could might have been prepared for. So we have to make a gist out of that, and we have to be ready for the situation. Now the last 3 points which are in the negotiation strategies are: think about think about the best and worst outcome before the negotiation parts. So this might help us in dealing with the failures and successes. So before, while making a strategy, we can make that what if we win, what are the benefits which we could have, and what are the ball is in, whether it is in the other party's court or in our court, it doesn't matter. But what are the best and worst outcomes, what happens if we fail, if the negotiation fails. So what will be in that situation, and what is the situation which will be in the middle. So it's like that. Now the other point is be articulate and build value. So this is the key, and it's what separates the good negotiators from the masters. So it is like just like that in sales language, people say that you have to believe in you have to believe in what you are selling for. Unless and until you don't believe that this is not a genuine product, so you can't sell that. This also is valid for the negotiation strategy. You are going for a negotiation, so you have to be articulate and build value and believe that this is what I'm doing is good. It is not unethical or unvalid or wrong. You're doing what is right. And the last point in a negotiation strategy, while you are going for a negotiation, is give and take. You always have to remember that if you are giving something, you have to take something. It is not that if the other party says that I want I want 1 lakh rupees for this. So you agree to that. You can agree to that, but you have to say that if I am giving you 1 lakh rupees, I want this things, these things. So you don't have what this will show is that you have not surrendered in front of the party. You are ready to you are ready to you are ready to say I'm very sorry, you are you are agreeing to what he's proposing, but you also want what you want. So these all things were the negotiation strategies, and these were the references that what I have gone through making this presentation and what I researched for. And so thank you. And I hope this was a good session and you might have liked it. And thank you. Now, signing off. Bye.